Hi everyone, John Pokerchuk Friedberg here with a special episode of Stacking Chips. We're here at the Bellagio for the Bellagio Cup 3. We're on a break right now. We're here with Nam Lee. They're down to 18 players and in the $10,000 main event. Nam, how's the tournament going for you so far?
It's a little rocky. I had my chips up to 600. Right now I'm at 380.
You got 380 and the blinds are going to be like 816, I think?
Well, it was just 612. Now it's going to be 816, so a lot of gambling to do.
Yeah, well, you're certainly no stranger to making it deep in these majors. You came in second in the World Series event last year. You won the Bay 101 WPT event, won the Scotty Win Challenge, came in second the next year, took third in the World Series this year. You got over $3 million in career earnings. What's your strategy right now? Obviously, you're trying to win this tournament, but you're maybe a little bit short. What's sort of your immediate goal right now in this tournament with 18 players left?
My strategy has changed. When I had a 600, it was a big stack. I pressed it. I tried to get aggressive. I tried to build my stack, but I lost a few pots. So now I'm in the middle stack. So okay. I'm just trying to hang in there and pick people off and wait for hands. I'm playing solid now.
Now, do you feel that since you've won so much money in your career in poker, that you're at more of an advantage right now, where others are probably more anxious to maybe play tight and get higher up in the payouts, whereas the money is perhaps less significant to you? So do you feel that gives you an edge at all?
Well, I think it goes both ways, good and bad, because when you don't have money, you play hard. I mean, you fight for every chip. You don't give no pot up. You never give up, you know? But at the same time, when you're doing good financially and you know that it takes a little gamble to win tournaments, so you kind of maybe you loosen up, you play pots you shouldn't play, you get yourself in trouble. So I think it goes both ways.
That makes a lot of sense. So I've played with you quite a bit, and I've obviously observed your play a lot in these tournaments. And the one thing I notice about you is you always take your time. You're analyzing every hand about it appears that you're analyzing them as deep as they could possibly be analyzed. You always take your time on decisions. I never see you do anything right away, whether it's fold or push all in or raise or bet. You always take your time thinking things through. What are some of the things that go through your head when you're in a hand?
Well, the first thing is, when I'm in a hand, this is what does my opponent have? Why is he betting this much? Has he been raising the previous hand? Has he just lost a pot? Has he been winning a lot of pots? Like, how's his rhythm going? And second, it's how have I been playing? If I've been playing aggressive, what's my image? So a lot of things come into factor. I mean, there's a lot of variables, there's a lot of little things involved, but it just works out better for me when I take my time. Information comes naturally. I mean, if I could, I'll take 5 minutes every hand, but it would piss the table off. But I think I would get maximum information. I would probably I'll be closer to find out what he has. But I think it's good taking your time. Don't ever act erratic. Don't ever act too fast. I mean, you're going to make mistakes if you act too fast.
Well, let me ask you this. Not to give away your secret sauce at all, but I think it's really intimidating when you're up against a player who's sitting there, straight face, thinking. Do you ever do that just to intimidate your players?
I do that sometimes. I mean, like, if I want to go to war with a player, because I know he's going to pay, if he has more chips than I do, I want to develop through him. Sometimes I just want to make him sweat. I mean, it's not a cool thing to do, but I just want to let him know that we're going to play some poker, and hopefully I can get some action from him by doing that. So, and sometimes when a player aggressively raises 3-4 times per round, you don't want to just give all the muck and give it to him too easy. Sometimes you got to make him sweat just a little bit.
I agree. I think it's helpful, and I talked in a previous episode about how John Fan does that a lot too. He takes the time and he's very intimidating.
I've heard that, but I think he takes actually too long.
Well, he just maybe John likes the camera too much. No, I'm just kidding. So you and JC Tran are real good friends. You guys are very close. I always see you guys together. How has your and his games evolved over the last few years with you guys spending so much time together? You guys share a lot of strategy and we
share a lot of strategy. I mean, JC's a great player. I mean, everything he says it makes sense to me. It's real clear. And I think it goes back and forth between me and him, because the game is always changing, and sometimes you get sidetracked. You play too much poker, you become like more of a robot sometimes. So you need outside friends to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right, so you can refocus. And sometimes you got to reinvent yourself because the game is always changing.
Definitely. Well, real quickly, how'd the World Series go for you so far? I know you had one big finish in third place. Was that Are you happy with your outcome in the World Series this year?
I came third, picked up about $250,000 for catching third, but to me it's real disappointing. I played a lot of events. I just kind of slacked off on most of the events. I mean, it's hard to keep your focus in the World Series. It's a zoo out there, but disappointed, but can't really complain, I guess.
All right. Well, right now your brother is. Last I heard, your brother was very deep in the main event right now. They're down to like 70 players, and he was still in.
Yeah, I think he's short. I think he has about 500,000 chips.
Okay. So have you been coaching him? Are you sort of his mentor in poker?
We talk a lot of poker too, but he plays a lot. He's more of an online player. He plays a lot online every day, more than I do actually. He's probably seen more hands than I have, but he's doing good. I don't want to give him any advice now. I don't want to ruin his funk. So
yeah.
I'm crossing my fingers. Hopefully he does well.
All right. Well, you guys have 18 players left in the Bellagio Cup 3. First place is about, I think, $1.3 or $1.4 million.
Sounds about right.
And you guys still have a nice payday already right now, but I know you're rooting for the the top finish. So best of luck to you.
Thank you.
And thanks again for coming on the show.
No
Appreciate it,
problem.
man. Well, that's it for today's episode of Stacking Chips. Make sure to tune in for the next couple of days here throughout the rest of the World Series for more strategy talk, discussion, interviews, and more right here on Card Player TV. Thanks a lot, guys. From John Friedberg and Nam Lee, we're out of here. I'll see you guys tomorrow.